It's time for the Press Box to talk sports, and I'm joined by Mary Rominger. So, Mary, this week you covered your first Cowboys Thanksgiving Day game. What did you think of the food spread at AT&T Stadium?
Well, say Jerry Jones took care of the media very well, hit all of the bases that you need on Thanksgiving. But not a lot of people watching will get to experience a media meal unless you're in a suite. So if you are questioning whether or not you need to attend a Thanksgiving game at AT&T Stadium, I highly recommend. It was an amazing.
The food's very good, right?
Yes.
Okay,
so
well,
good.
this press box doesn't have as much money as Jerry, so you only get pretzels. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
So, Coach Pop made headlines late in the second quarter on Wednesday against the LA Clippers. Then she throws them away when he grabbed the PA mic and asked the fans to stop booing and to let the guys play, namely Kawhi. Mary, do you agree with this message?
I asked our coworker and fellow KSAT 12 sports reporter Nick Mantis what the experience was actually like, because he was in the building covering the game.
Okay.
And he said there was no reaction time. Fans just immediately booed Pop's request to stop booing. There was no even moment where maybe we should listen in. No,
Sure.
they felt the way they felt. So clearly it didn't work, like you mentioned earlier in the show. And that will, Pop, his word, I guess, doesn't go as far as we thought it would. I don't know. I kind of thought maybe fans
People
would
would
listen to him.
okay.
But I'm 50-50 on it. One, I don't personally condone bullying. I think people forget that these athletes are human beings. And booing, I think, is tough. But Kawhi himself said he didn't even know he was being booed. He was just focused on throwing free throws. So maybe he didn't need the defending.
Yeah, so I don't have a problem with Pop saying this because freedom of speech. He can say it, right? Now, do fans have to listen? Absolutely not. And most of the fans, I don't think, did listen. Now, what really hit me later on is when Kawhi told reporters in postgame that when Spurs fans see me outside, street clothes or whatever, they're like, hey, man, what's up? You're cool, whatever. But when he plays and he has on a Clippers uniform, then they boo him. So that says a lot. And there are going to be fans for a long time that are not happy with Kawhi and Leonard. For me, it's been long enough. It's water under the bridge. Booing to me has always been a part of sports. I say boo, it's fine. Just don't start calling people names. Don't do anything like that, because that's when it's wrong. So the Spurs lost at the Nuggets tonight, 132-120. That's 12 straight L's, dropping them to 1-12 in November, but 2 games to go. So they close out the month at home with Atlanta and then on the road at New Orleans on back-to-back nights, no less. So can they beat one of those two teams, Mary?
There are unlikely wins and there are likely wins, but nothing is guaranteed in the NBA. So I do think anything can happen in those games. It's important to know Atlanta will not have its Jalen Johnson, I should say, who was on track to be the most improved player in the NBA. He's a key part. And then for New Orleans, Zion Williamson has been taking rests. But we don't know when he's going to play on any given night. CJ McCollum has been injured and out. So those could play a factor. But in my opinion, it doesn't really matter who the opposition is. The Spurs aren't playing great basketball,
They're not.
period.
They're
so they kind of just need to play better themselves.
All right, so Jimbo is out of Texas A&M, and it looks like Mike Elko is next. Today, the Houston Cougars fire Dana Holgorsen. Jeff Traylor's name is being linked to both, so apparently A&M is out. Now, he reportedly interviewed, though, with the Aggies via Zoom. So are you worried that Traylor's going to leave UTSA now? I would have to say it'd be for the Houston Cougars. Yeah,
I mean, Coach Traylor did tell a local radio show, The Blitz, that he loves San Antonio. His family loves San Antonio. And he likes that this discourse is helping get things done within the UTSA organization.
Yes.
So I think that's a good thing. I only see him leaving if it really benefits him and his experience with recruiting, kind of like that Houston job, to be honest. But overall, I don't believe he should leave. I think a legacy here it would go a longer way than if he were to leave right now.
Our sister station, KPRC out in Houston, believes Coach is going to leave UTSA to go to Houston. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Coach Traylor stays right here to keep coaching the Roadrunners. And that's going to do it for the Press Box.